Namaste, ma'am.
Namaste.
I'm Sai Bhavna.
Yes, Bhavna.
I'm going to ask some rapid questions.
You're gonna rapid fire questions, right? Okay.
First, if you would have to choose only one, which one would you choose? Online school or physical school?
Physical school. There's nothing like physical school. You have your friends with you, you have your classmates with you, and you can kind of, talk to them, and it's all nice. See, I studied in a government school. I'll tell you a small mischief that we all did. I'm not saying that you all should do that. Uh, that was a thatched school, and every rainy day, from the thatched roof, water will fall. So we'll kind of dig small gutters. And we did not have benches and all. We had to sit on the benches which were very low. So we'll just make water come and then say, can we go home? So this was a small little mischief that we did, but then it gave a lot of camaraderie. So I always prefer a physical school than online. Online is supplement.
Current modern education system or ancient Gurukul system?
If given a chance, I would love to have the ancient Gurukul system. Unfortunately, today I think we are not in a situation to have the Gurukul style. But then, in some ways at least, we can try and learn from gurus or small short spells. You can go to Swamiji's, you can go to gurus and learn small things from them.
Short modern TED style talks or traditional long lengthy discourse?
If I want to listen to someone, I would prefer to listen to a long, lengthy discourse. The reason, when you learn completely. If it's a short technical talk, you learn only that part of it. You don't get to know what was before and what is after. It is always dangerous. Half learned thing is always dangerous. But if I can learn completely, then I'm happy about it.
Huh. Silent reading or reading aloud?
Uh, I prefer both, but I know I cannot answer like that. Reading aloud. You know why? When you read aloud, first time you understand. But when you read again, that noise, as you hear that sound, you understand different perspectives. So I generally tell my students, if you really want to read, read first, read loud second time. Third time you don't read, make someone else read. When that someone else reads, when you close your eyes and listen, you get to know better. You understand the concept better.
Okay. Profession medical administrator or spiritual discourse speaker?
Spiritual discourse speaker. Though I'm a medical person, I do administration, but my heart is in spirituality. So that gives me more comfort, more peace.
Being an Indian citizen or being a global citizen?
Indian citizen. I know I'm a little partial here, but I would prefer to be an Indian citizen. If I were to be born again, I would love to be born only as an Indian citizen any number of times for the culture that this land has.
Learning through videos or learning through books?
Learning through books. Books, I can read, I can visualize, you know. Many times, I don't know if you've seen, many times when people read, sometimes we keep the book like this and read. After some time, the book turns like that. We keep imagining it. So that visualization comes only with a book, not with the video. So I prefer the book.
WhatsApp messages or handwritten letters?
Handwritten letters. That gives a lot of closeness. Even today, if I see the letters written by my father, I have some of them. He was living in Karnataka for some time, so he used to write letters. that gives a closeness. He's not there. He's not physically with me. But when I see that letter, I know I feel someone is with me, which is not there in the WhatsApp messages. And WhatsApp messages many times are not completely true. It is no, someone put something, but handwritten messages are, you feel close to the individual, or the individual is next to you. Like that you feel.
Okay. Listening to music or listening to lectures?
Listening to music. Music, transports you to a different world. It's so soothing, and you can forget everything. You think that you're in Kailash, or you're in Vaikunt, or you're wherever you want to be. So it transports you to the feet of God.
Okay. Parents or grandparents?
That's again very tricky. Unfortunately, I did not get to live with my grandparents for long, but short memories of my grandparents, especially my grandmother. That's something I still cherish. The small little things, like, I used to fall down, but then she'll kind of scold one of the elder cousins at home. It was my mistake, I'll fall down. But my grandmother will always scold my elder cousin and say, this child fell down, you should have been careful. So the affection that you get from grandparents is something different. So parents are also nice. But then if you get to have your grandparents, it's something wonderful. And you can listen to a lot of stories from grandparents, and lots of values. They'll tell you what language they spoke. We all speak the same language. Even if you speak Tamil at home or Telugu at home, the way the grandparents speak, it's slightly older. So you get to know so many things from that. I would like to have my grandparents, if I'm born again in India, I would like to have my grandparents live with me and spend more time with me.
Ma'am, what is your unforgettable memory in your school days?
In my school days, I studied in a co-educational school, and I had a Tamil teacher by name Thiru Sundaresan. So he used to kind of give us a lot of competitions, small competitions. So one day he asked all of us in the class to write a small poem. So I also wrote a small poem, and we all gave whatever we wrote, we gave. So he read one by one, and then he took out my poem. He was a Tamil teacher, no? So he took out my poem and read that, and then said, "Padithen, padithen irundhathu." This poetry has a lot of honey in it. So he said, "Padithen, padithen irundhathu." So that is, I still cherish. And every time I have to write something, somewhere this memory comes to me. I always think of the Sundaresan standing there and encouraging. So even today, if I write, that encouragement is there at the back of my mind. Like that, I can say so many things. Many of my teachers, they were all very supportive. And one assistant headmaster of my school, so very close to my school final exam. So one day I was walking in the market. I had gone to the market to buy something. And then he came across. He said, "Are you preparing?" I said, "Yes, I'm preparing," but I was a little scared. So I said, "I'm a little scared because it's school final exam." Then he said, "Don't worry, you will be able to do better. You will be able to do very well." And he just said, "You will be the school first. Don't worry about it." Just like that, he said. That was all before the exams. So when I really became school first that year, those words were like prophecy. And I just ran to him and said, "Sir, your words have come true." So like that, the encouragement that the teachers gave, those are the wonderful moments. And the time that I spent with my friends, those are the lovely moments.